Hey, Brian from Garage Mahal. Today I am trying out the spicy Indian curry Huel, and the rest of the family has actually dug into the bag a little bit, but I'll open it and I'll give you a general idea of what it looks like. So that is everything that's in there. And one thing I've learned with the Huel too is you do get a little bit of settling in the bags, so I like to make them nice and sealed up, and I kind of like to. Sometimes I roll it a little bit too. And you just want to like mix it a little bit, kind of like side to side, and that will evenly mix some of the heavier contents and kind of give you a better idea. So that mixes it a lot better. So I'm going to make 2 scoops. So that is like 1 scoop. And the Huel cups, I love them. I think they work the best for cooking this up. And so that is your second scoop in there. And again, just kind of give you kind of a view of how full that becomes. And on the back of the directions, it basically says, mix, give your pouch a good shake and stir. Contents ensure they're well mixed, which we obviously did already. Scoop, add Huel. So I added 2 scoops, so it's basically about 400 calories, they're saying. And water, add 4.2 fluid ounces of water. So 2 scoops, 8 ounces. So 8.5 fluid ounces is actually what it is. I usually use about 8 ounces of water. And the reason being is I have noticed that with 4 1/4 on some of the mixes, some of them like if it says like 4.5 or something like that, they get kind of like soupy a little bit, like for me. Again, sometimes I'm usually in a rush to eat, so I probably don't let it sit that long because it says stir thoroughly to ensure even heating, cover and microwave. Full power, 1.5 minutes. Stir, recover, and microwave for a minute. So, and then I usually let it sit for, I don't know, about like 3 to 5 minutes, and then I start digging into it. But anyway, so it's the amount of water you add is your preference. I tend to make it, I guess, less soupy. And again, that's because I usually prepare it and eat it fast. So if I let it sit for a while, wasn't impatient, it would probably be fine after 5 to 8 minutes or something like that after you cook it. Anyway, with the Huel cups in the microwave, I basically kind of just let it sit on top like this. So we're going to put it in the microwave and we're going to put it on full power for 1 minute and 30 seconds. So we'll let that cook up, so stay tuned. Okay, so that was 1 minute and 30. And to give you kind of an idea, if you can kind of see it, that's the consistency it has going on. So we are going to mix it really good. And you'll notice that when you're mixing it, it kind of like clumps on the bottom. And this goes with probably most of them, but that's just part of the process. So let's just give that a really good mix. Okay, again, I'm going to put the lid on, just kind of like setting on top. And we're going to cook for another minute. And then we'll be right back. Okay, so that was our final minute, and it is hot and steaming, and I don't even know if I can hold it long enough to kind of give you a views, but you can kind of see. So it is a little on the soupy side still, but we're going to leave it uncovered. I'm going to stir it, and this time I'm going to work on trying to be patient and just like let it sit for a couple minutes. So I'll be right back. I'm going to actually let my dogs outside because Sadie and Sophie are sitting at the door waiting for me. But yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, so I patiently waited about 5 minutes. So I'll give you a kind of an idea. This is how it is when it's completely mixed. So I got to be honest with you, this is still a little bit like on the soupy side for me. But you might have different preferences on how you like to prepare this. But let me cool this down. So that's been about 10 minutes. It's still like on the hot side, but like I tell you, it's got a really good taste. So spicy Indian curry. So it's like it's spicy, but it's not spicy. Again, I eat a lot of like different like Mexican foods and stuff, so I do have a high, I guess, heat tolerance to food. But yeah, I mean it's got a little bit of a spice to it. It's not overtly spicy, so it's good. Now you do have a kind of has like a little bit of like a seedy consistency to it. I don't want to say almost kind of like a. It's not gritty. That would probably be the wrong way to explain it, but it just has some I guess like smaller seeds and stuff in it. So you get like kind of like a smooth, but with a little bit of a crunch. And this cup helps retain the heat. I really should have let this sit a little bit longer, but I'm hungry. Yeah, so it's got a smooth taste to it. It's got some like smaller seeds in it, so kind of like smooth, and it has like a crunchy little under texture. I guess is probably a good way to describe it. But yeah, good flavor. I like it. It's good. And again, it's a complete meal in a cup, 400 calories. And one thing I've noticed about eating all the Huel products is probably like the one of the uh, ones I so far like has a great taste to it. The other ones have great taste too. Don't get me confused or wrong on that. But it's not like you're eating a complete flavorful meal. This is kind of like a meal substitute, meal supplement. I eat a lot of these on the road because I can add boiling water to them. They're ready in a few minutes after they cool down, probably 10, 15 minutes, and then they're like ready to eat. And then like I can eat, I can prepare it, do some work, come back, eat it. I'm back on the road again. And the one thing I've noticed about all of them is that I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied for hours. Like I ate like a full lunch somewhere. I'm satisfied. So that is probably the best thing for it is that you can eat one of these, prepare them quickly on the road. If you're at your house, you got a lot going on. You can prepare them really quick. Do some housework, do some office work, whatever you have to. Come back to this. It's ready to eat. You can eat it pretty quickly once it's cooled down, and then you're up and running again for hours. So, and you can impatient me as I let this sit here. You can see how it is thickening up, and again, I mean it's colorful. It's got a great taste as long as I let it cool down. Yeah, great. Couple forkfuls already, and I just feel like warm inside, and I feel like I'm eating like nourishment. Anyhow, Brian from Garage Mahal, thanks for watching. Welcome to my kitchen, by the way, and be safe out there.